Hey guys, welcome to MC Squared Whiskey. I'm Rob, and that's my main cat. I'm Rob, and that's my
I'm
main cat
Marty.
Marty. And we're just gonna mix it up for you. So we don't really care, but we've been trying to get something together for a while, and we finally just got together and said it's time. Let's do it. So we have created MC Squared Whiskey. And if you can't figure out the MC part, we'll explain it to you later, but it's not that hard. So from what I see in the chat, most of you are pretty sharp because you're already here. So, evening, everybody. Just to kind of get things started, we'll give a quick rundown of kind of what we're going to do on this channel and the plans that we have. And we're kind of wanting to make something a little different than the average show that I've been doing on Whiskey Nose and some of the stuff we're watching, which it's, all that stuff's still fun and great. But just like I said, me and Rob just kind of want to mix it up. So we're going to basically we'll do some reviews at some point during our show. We're not going to wear you out with tastings and tell you about uh, vanilla, caramel, barrel, fruit notes and stuff like that. We're it's how to do that. It's not the same old song and dance. And basically, we've got bottles that we've kind of gotten together and purchased and things we've already got on our shelves that they're not really hard to find. There's no sense in doing bottles that are top shelf or stuff that you'll never get your hands on and sit here and watch two clowns go at it. That's not much of entertainment if you ask me. So basically, we're going to do anything from bourbon to Irish to some Scotch, and just talk about those from time to time. And then there's a lot of things in whiskey that me and Rob constantly talk about that's life playing into this. And I'll let Rob talk a little bit about that.
So yeah, to your point, Marty, we're going to talk about things as far as money, overspending, finding good deals, why we bought something, why we passed on something. And it could be as simple as I couldn't afford it, or because it's something that's a regular on the shelf and I'll get it next time. Talk about things that impact your life and how much money you've spent. And sometimes we've talked in the past about a black cloud that is, I know for me,
Sure.
just sometimes guilty because I spent way too much in 1 month on whiskey. We're going to talk about those sort of things, and maybe the financial aspect, along with just maybe some personal matters with men in general and things like that. So that's kind of what we're going to do. But in the meantime, we're going to try to have a good time doing it. And thank you everybody for being here. We appreciate it. And hopefully you'll stick around with us and watch us evolve. We have some plans. It just takes a little time and maybe a little money to do it, but some things will change as we go on. Marty will be moving here in not too long, so he's working on that. He'll have a whole new set, and I'm working on some things here. I'm still not exactly where I want to be, but things so far so good. Things are working out. So hey, what do you got in the glass tonight, Marty?
Man, what I've started with, I just found it in amongst all the other beautiful little items I've got here. It's a Heaven Hill. I'll show you. It's the JW Dant. This little jewel. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 100 proof, bottled in bond. So I've seen it. I've been told by several people that I need to crack this thing because apparently it's hard to find. But it's $20. So how hard is it? I don't know. I've never had it. I've got it here, so I thought I'd kind of let that baby work a little bit and see what I get from that, because like I said, it's very inexpensive. Don't know if it's really that hard to find. I'm sure Sugar Kitty and a lot of people in the chat that are here have seen it and had it. But talk about the channel stuff. Excuse me. Like Rob said, we're going to do a buy and a pass segment of why we did it. We're also going to talk a little bit about the bottle of the week or the month and stuff like that, about what are our go-tos right now and why, what drew it to us, and like I said, we'll just do a little tasting. But yeah, man, what do you got poured?
So I have John J. Bowman.
Ooh, yeah,
Bottle, single barrel. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I passed on this bottle because I was too busy chasing Blanton's and Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare and things like that. And my first pour of this was probably about 3 weeks ago. And for $50, and maybe it was 55 out the door with tax. And, you know, these days at $50, you could almost consider it a budget bottle, in my opinion. I know it's a little bit up there, but hell, with the way prices are going, that's a nice everyday sipper in my world. And I'm kicking myself for, passing on that for so many years because I was too busy looking for the other stuff. So I enjoy it at 100 proof. It's oily, it's creamy, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's it goes into what we're talking about. Why did we pick up this one compared to the others? And I've noticed myself thinking out loud in stores and people looking at me like I'm nuts. Well, I've got papers to prove that, but the whole thing about it is I picked up Barrel today, $121, and I was like, nope, didn't even care what was in it. I was like, that's like above the limit. That's like not right now kind of thing. And I don't know, there's certain bottles right now that I'm just kind of, I don't know, the Discovery series. I know you picked up, what'd you pick up? Number
7. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and my issue is I sit here and wait for people to try it to see, hey man, is this something that, we really want to spend that on or not? And, the same thing goes with Booker's, the 2022-02. I've seen multiple reviews that's just really bad.
Yeah.
And I also, we've talked about it a little bit, that I've also noticed that there's not many people reviewing it. So what that tells me is that's a pass right off the shot. So I don't know. What do you think? I mean, are you feeling the same thing with like Booker's and some of those others?
I'm having a hard time passing on the Bardstown stuff, only because it took me so long to find it. And then once I found the places that sell it, I can get it pretty easily. However, the prices keep going up and up and up. And I'll probably buy the 8. However, I've passed on the recent Booker release. I don't think, until I have it and taste it myself, I don't think I'm buying another one. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Especially here in Pennsylvania, it's $106 with taxes, something like that, maybe a little more, 107. And it's just not worth it, because I ran through the other night fooling around with, I think I have, Pigskin all the way through the first release of 2022. They damn near all taste the same to me. There's a couple different nuances in here and there, but I just don't think it's worth the money anymore.
No, I'm just waiting for everybody else to tell me, oh my God, you got to have it. Now that Discovery 7 is hitter. That's usually, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, and I've not had it yet, but
but I got that I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I got the 7 at retail. It's good. I thought the 6 was pretty good. The 5 has a pretty good Tennessee profile on it, and I didn't realize that when I bought it. Shame on me. Yeah. But it's still okay. I mean, but at $130, it's not worth $130.
And I tell you something weird too. We've talked a little bit on other channels and in other chats and stuff, but how many times do you go to a restaurant or a bar and you see Bardstown behind it? Not often.
Here, never.
Isn't that weird? I know it's top shelf technically for what they're going to have to pay for it, but that's the time to spend the $20 and see if it's worth a flip.
Yeah, I'm certainly willing to do that. But I think we've talked about this before. I have better whiskey on my shelf than most of the bars in my area. There are a few that have some, but it's hard to say. I hope Booker's turns around a little bit and makes it worth it. But if I'm standing around with $200 in my pocket and see one bottle I like, or 3 bottles I like and want, and Booker's is one of them, Booker's is going to stay on the shelf for right now, for me anyway. just for the
Yeah.
financial aspect of it.
Well, that's something, that we'll get to everybody here in the chat in just a second, but that's one of the things I wanted to kind of let the chat run with too was, how many times do you go out and you see a bottle like, oh man, Templeton Rye, never had it. Might be $15, $18 a pour. Do you jump on it? Do you do that one pour to say, oh yeah, man, I've had that. That's pretty good. Because I think from an investment standpoint, if it's a decent price, it's worth doing. But multiple people that are in chat, Mike, James Morgan, Sugar Kitty, lots of people here that have better bars than most, restaurants. So it's hard, it's hard to go and spend a big amount of money on a couple pours. That's like a great example is Rare Breed or Kentucky Spirit for me. That's always seems to be a go-to, or Four Roses Single Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be one I go to if they don't have anything else I don't want to try. But I'm still at $18, $20 a hit.
Yeah.
And it's sitting here.
Yeah, I won't do that. If they don't have anything that I haven't tried, then I'm going to have a beer because I don't see any sense in that. But,
no,
to each their own, I think. But, like I said, one of the topics we're going to touch on as we go through doing these streams on Tuesdays is, mistakes I've made, and I've made a lot of them in whiskey, and I makes me feel better to talk about them sometimes. And
yeah.
And when I made the transition to Scotch, I tried to take those lessons that I learned with bourbon and apply them, because it's really easy to make that mistake when you're buying Scotch, for sure, especially if you're not as educated as some others are. So,
but that goes right back to who we depend on here: Sugar Kitty, James Morgan, Ken, Daniel H, Anthony, Greg. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's Shane. I mean, there's just a lot of people here that just, you see a bottle, boom, you shoot a picture. What do you think? And it's like, with me, I've seen it cheaper. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to hear. When you tell me that, I usually go, whoop.
And that's the beauty of this community. We have contacts all over the country.
Yeah.
And, to see things here compared to California or Jersey or Texas or you name it.
Yeah.
So it's
fortunate in that aspect of having great people here that take care of us and reach out, and the sampling is it blows my mind, what other people do for others, with sampling, I mean, I've got Doug H there up there on the chat, and I just want to tell everybody, Doug, I think tomorrow's your big day. So happy early birthday, my friend. So happy birthday to the legend.
Happy birthday, Doug.
Yeah, man.
James.
Hey, James. Hey, buddy. Run through chat here. Get caught up. Brian the Slapshot. Good to see you, man. Eric D's here. Good to see you. Yeah, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. We're gonna try to keep this going on Tuesday nights. Like I said, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lot of good topics. Sugar Kitty meow, lick the like and like the lick. There's the hit man. There he is.
Daniel, good to see you, buddy.
That wouldn't be a
Sugar
horrible.
Kitty, thanks so much for your support over the last couple of days with posting our channel and getting the word out there. I really appreciate you, man. Thanks so much.
Awesome. And then we've got some clowns some bots that show up. Oh, sorry, Mike.
Oh, Mike Stahl.
Yeah, absolutely. Isaiah, it's good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. If I've missed anybody, if I have, OS, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, pretty much. There's Fast Freddy. Cheers, my man.
Fred.
August 4th. Okay, so that's Thursday, right? Today's the 2nd. That's right, Thursday.
It's your birthday all week, baby.
Yeah,
all the way through the weekend.
Yeah, just do one like the girls do. Just have a birthday month.
That's all.
Yeah, have a birthday month. But anyway, no, this is pretty good. This JW Dan, it's Heaven Hill. You can tell it's Heaven Hill. It's light, but I don't know. It's, I guess 4 year, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But Rob, I think let me just ask you. I'll let you go first, then I may follow you. But the John J. Bowman, I think, is
Mhm.
a pretty solid hitter, and is that kind of fall into your category of your bottle of the week or the month right now, or
That's what
is
I've
it
been.
one of them?
I would say this is the one I've been going to the most. And again, for the money, I actually bought two. One was for somebody else, and I drank the other one, so I'm into his. So I got to get another one the next time. And the unfortunate thing is that the small batch is sold in my market. The single barrel is not here, so I have to get it in
Ah,
Maryland. But which makes absolutely no sense to me. If you carry one of them, why don't you carry all of them? I don't understand it. But anyway, but yeah, that's been a go-to. I've been kind of into the peated Scotch a little bit too, but that doesn't really go with the flow here tonight.
no, but that's
But
a good mix up. We talk about which do you start your night off with, and it just depends on what mood you are in.
yeah, and it depends. A lot of times I'm on Scotch for a couple of days, whether it's peated or not, and then I kind of go back into bourbon, and I may stay with bourbon for hell 2 weeks before I even go back to another Scotch. But you know, on a upcoming stream, you know, we'll be talking about Scotch and how in the way I've built my collection and some mistakes that I've made according to the Scotch community. Ardbeg, but um, but really, I've been on that. I think one that you really liked was that triple mash Jack Daniels, and for the money,
Yeah,
it's something new and something different. And how about you? Other than the Dant there,
yeah. That seems to be uh, something that I've kind of mixed it up. I've gone back and forth because I fell in love with this High West double rye pick, and I've really enjoyed that. I love that bitter note at the end. I love that minty freshness it gives you. It's really nice with a peppered cigar. I've gone through several of them. I've got them. I bought the last bottle in the county actually last week. So and it was like a county pick. So I really like it. I've wore out the triple mash jack. I love the finish on that thing. That malty finish is just it's something that it just blows my mind that that's Jack Daniels. You know,
hmm
uh,
and I know you're not a big fan of a lot of their stuff.
yeah. And then a bottle we may just get into here in about 15, 20 minutes is a I'm halfway into this baby, and I think it's really good. So, with that bottle, Rob has it beside him, and I don't think he's tried it yet. So we've kind of put it off and waited for tonight. And like I said, this is like a $36 bottle. It's a rye,
Yeah.
and basically it's the Broken Barrel Heresy Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. I think it's really good. I think it's a hitter bottle for the money. But like I said, we'll taste it here in a few minutes. Top Dog's here. Good to see you, man. Thank you for everything, buddy. Guys in the chat, if you can share the link because a new channel, it's hard to get it out for people
Do
that
we
don't
have a
know we're
wrench
here.
yet?
No, we
Sugar
don't have
Kitty
any.
wrench?
Yeah, I need to work on that. Let me get some winches going here. Uh, let's see. Somehow, well, hell,
Yeah, Daniel, I can go 2 weeks without Scotch. Sometimes I go almost a week without any of it.
yeah,
Hasn't not recently though.
right. But let's see here. Damn it. Yeah,
Hey,
computers are
Smoker
hard.
Firewater, thanks for coming, man.
That's right. Guys, be sure you hit that like. Be sure you hit that subscribe. All right, now let's add some mods. Here we go. I'll catch up with that, guys, here in a
Yeah,
little bit. I don't want to spend a bunch of time because me and Rob are trying to hold it to an hour. Sugar Kitty,
Todd's
Mike.
here.
All right.
Todd, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, let me get Todd up there. Todd dropped some cool links too. James Morgan, I'll get you too, buddy. Just anyway, I'll catch up. as we go. So yeah, guys, feel free to, post whatever you need to for us. Doug, I'll get you shortly. But anyway, all right, let's get back after it. But yeah, you're talking about my go-tos right now. That kind of leads me also, Rob, into what we've passed on. And it's kind of weird that some of the things I've passed on are relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
So let me know what you think, and then you go into your bottles, and I'll go into mine because I got the feeling we might share a couple.
Yeah. So I passed on the Templeton 10-year rye,
Mm.
only because I've never had anything from them. There's still a couple bottles around. I hear good things. I hear mediocre. It's $84 here. It's just something I didn't need to have. Pennsylvania has a bullet pick cast strength here now. Passed on that only because they're a dime a dozen everywhere else. I have one or two of them, and they're very good. But did I need to triple it on my shelf? No, not right now. And I've passed on the Black Label JD bonded bottle. I haven't picked that up yet. I heard it's okay, and for the money, I'm probably going to pick that up at some point. I just haven't. How about you?
The first one that comes to mind, you just said it, was the Jack Daniels Black Label bonded. I don't know why. I say I don't know why, but I can tell you why. It's because I like the triple mash so well that I think when it's gone, I want another one of those. I know I need to try the bonded. But when I see Minnick and everybody do these reviews, it seems like the triple mash smokes its ass. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what do y'all think in the chat? Have you had them? Let us know. But for me, that triple mash is one for sure. And then I've talked a little bit about the expensive bottles. I've passed on some barrels. I've passed on some Bardstowns. I don't know. It's just the Bookers. We've kind of just left those on the shelf. A bottle that I've bought that I wish I'd have passed on was the Metallica Blackened Rye. I did a review on that, and nobody gave really two flips about it. And you know what? I don't blame them. It's okay. I've yet to go back to it. I think I sent a few samples out because I wanted people to try it and say, am I missing something with this? Or is it, yeah, Marty, you need to go back to it, or no, you're right. It's a keep it on the shelf kind of thing, or make your Manhattans or something out of it. But that seems to be where I'm falling right now. And, I'll kick it back to you, Rob, but we've talked about Russell's 13. If somebody presents that to us, where do we draw the line on, yes, send it to me, or I'll come get it, or how much? When you say how much, where do we draw the line on that?
For me, it's hard to say. What was that going on secondary when it came out last year? 400, 500? Yeah, no. I'm nowhere near that. And it retails for what? 80?
Under 100, maybe.
Yeah. I'd probably be a buyer on it somewhere around $150 to get one, maybe. Depending on where my budget is at that time and what I bought before it, and but I'd like to have one. I hear they're a little inconsistent.
I don't know. But that's the thing. You start dealing with inconsistencies and stuff like that, and it makes you throw up the red flag.
And I think I'm just as happy with the Russell's picks. Unfortunately, they're few and far between here. But again, thanks to the community,
they are here too.
Thanks to the community, I'm able to get my hands on one from time to time, and I love them, and I'm just as happy with that. And typically I'm either trading for it or it's $60-$70 for it, so I'm okay with that. And, ask me a year ago, I'd have cut off my damn pinky finger to get one.
Oh God.
Which is ridiculous.
But that's the good thing. That's what we've talked about is, we've got away from just loading up,
Yep.
It's just not the game plan anymore. And Rob mentioned earlier about the black cloud, and we'll get into that in a later episode and stuff like that. But there's a lot of things that I've made the decision, and that when it comes to $100 plus, what are those bottles? And for me, it's Four-Gate and some scotches right now, really. And I think Rob can talk about some scotch purchases and stuff like that. But yeah, I think when it comes to that, that's kind of where we're at. But Rob, I mean, I know there's a big hitter to your left, but
Yeah.
that's not an everyday thing.
No, I mean, it's
that's not something.
2019
Yeah,
Glendronach 18 year.
yeah. Todd says
And
Old Carter, but Old Carter's not. I mean, other than the thing I'm in, it's not reasonable because I won't find it. That for me, it'd have to be secondary.
yeah. And, Old Carter, thanks, if it wasn't for Greg McDonald, Old Carter would never cross my lips. It's just something that's nowhere near here. I'm never going to get it. And if I see it in the store, depending on the batch, which I'm not educated on all those batches either. So I know that some are great, some are okay, and some are just flat out overpriced for what they are. So although they do an excellent job in their blending processes, but for the most part, if I see the majority of them at that $200 mark or a little more, I'm a buyer, only because I'll never see it again. And
it's hard. It's that decision is when it's thrown at you, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It's hard for me sometimes to pull that trigger.
Yeah. Well, and again, in my evolution now, I'm okay if I have it or if I don't. At this point, there's plenty of good whiskey to drink. You've heard it 1,000 times on other whiskey tube shows that there's a lot of good stuff out there that's readily available, and that's what you should be buying, and not going to the ends of the earth to track this stuff down, unless you are in that position where, number one, you can afford it. Number two, you have the time. You're not neglecting anything at home to get that bottle in your possession. Single guys that don't have any responsibilities. I got a kid in school, one in college, one will be going to college, among other things. And then sometimes I get that tunnel vision where I got to get this, I got to get that, I got it because somebody else has it. Someone else said it was great, and those days are over. I'm not going to say I'm not going to splurge every once in a while, or if I find some hitters, I'm not going to buy them because I'm going to. But to spend half a weekend or a whole weekend running to multiple states trying to get, I'm just not doing it anymore. It's not worth it, and I'm okay with it.
Well,
a year ago, it would have been different.
Oh, I know, and that goes to another thing we were talking about, like a segment we want to have is where did we find this kind of thing? Where did Rob find this bottle? Where did Marty find this bottle? And this past week we had Shane on talking a little bit in private, and then we had Greg McDonald on. I think I told Daniel H a little bit, but right now, guys, get over to thewhiskeyworld.com. There's some stuff in there right now that is really, really nice and affordable. And I think the euro's pretty damn close with the dollar, and their shipping is right now decent. But there was an option, I don't know if it's still there, it was there last week, where when you select PayPal to check out, you can do a 12-month payment plan. So go ahead and order 15 bottles, send 2 here, and the rest can go to you. And that's how that works. So, but yeah, it's there's something there to check out. So yeah, guys, check out the Whiskey World, because there's some good stuff there right now. And Shane picked up some hitters. Hey, Cheech, good to see you, man.
Shane picked up a Kentucky Owl Batch 9.
Yeah, what was the milliliter on that one? Was it?
I think they're 700. I don't know if he said last night on his stream or not.
Yeah,
but if they're imported, they might be 750s. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it was 750, because I think he made the comment that it was only 700.
Yeah,
Does that sound
typically
right?
they are. Typically they are from the UK.
Yeah, but it was a batch 9, so he'll never see it again. But
No.
there's that option to pay for it and enjoy it that way. So, but
The only trouble is
yeah.
sweating that delivery in the event that gets hung up in customs or something like that.
But it's an instant refund. We had multiple
Yeah.
people tell me and Rob that the other day. Hey Dano, good to see you, buddy. Top Shelf said 700 on Al Batch 9. Yeah,
Yeah.
700 milliliter.
And if there's any left by the time I get around to it, I may do that. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But again, what am I going to go without if I do that? I don't know.
Yep.
Because that's where I'm at now.
Yep.
Not just buy.
Yeah, we're just looking at making almost like setting a budget, but not, because there's multiple times that we all get the phone call that, hey man, I've got this. You want it? Yep. So, but these two cats are good about talking each other out of it. If you'd be surprised, aren't we? I mean, there's how many phone calls have we had that I was like, hey man, I found this, and and Daniel's the same way.
Yeah.
Nope, skip it, man. It's too much. Or
Speak of the devil.
This guy.
There he is. The freaking legend.
That's right.
What's up,
That's
Ben?
right.
Thanks
Hey,
for coming
buddy.
in, man.
But yeah, they've been 200 to 400. Yeah, that's pretty good. Then he did well because I know what he paid for it.
Yeah. Well, if you see it for 200, Daniel.
Yeah. But yeah, all right. Let's talk about your Bowman a little bit. I mean, it's at was it 36? How much is that bottle?
It's 50. I think it was 50, $51 plus tax. And again, something that I've been passing on for well over a year, only because I was tatering it up on other stuff. And I'm upset with myself because I've been passing on it for so long. Because for an everyday sipper, it's very good. A lot of tobacco notes on it, slight citrus. I get a shit ton of like nougat, like Milky Way candy bar on it.
Hmm.
But again, I think this is rumored to be between 8 and 10 years. I'm sure there's younger stuff in it, or they would age state it. But I think that triple distilling they do with this is something, because it actually has that mouthfeel of like an Irish or something like that.
Yeah. No. Top Dog, that's exactly right. You almost feel obligated to have something in your damn hand. Yes. And that's weird.
Well, when I'm in privately owned stores, especially ones that know me now, I try to buy something. Not every time, especially if a lot of these stores that I go to in other states, there's everything is so outrageously priced that it's hard to do that. But I try to buy something. But I'm always looking on the bottom shelf to see if they have any of the benchmark cast strengths or something like that, but they never do.
It's funny because I'll walk by. I do it every time. I'll walk by Four Roses to make sure they didn't throw a single barrel strength up there just on accident.
Yep.
And I'll do Michter's the same way.
To
see if they threw a little label at the bottom up there and didn't know better.
I do the
Isn't
same
it weird?
thing.
It's weird how we do that.
And I'm dying to get my hands on that Clyde Mays 13 and the
Thanks,
Joseph Magnus cigar blend, but I cannot find it at a decent price, and I'm just not paying what some of these stores are asking for it. But
yeah, the Magnus that bottle went from, what did I pay? $179 at Christmas, and I got 2 of them, and then it went to $240.
yeah,
And I could have bought it was a newer batch. And I told Thomas, I said, I'm good, man. And I stopped, which was probably stupid. But
if I could get it for $240, I'd probably do it one time. But again, it depends on the situation and where I'm at that particular day, and what financial situation I'm in. But just to get one, probably I'm seeing that Clyde Mays for around $200. I'm not going to pay that. $150.
Did you say you're talking about the 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one. I don't know if it was an 11 or 12. I've got it out here. I can't remember. But yeah,
maybe one day Pennsylvania will get Total Wines. We'll see.
Yeah. No, being not yet. I haven't been back in town, and Thomas is at Vanderbilt right now having some cancer surgery. So we'll see if I can't get there. Holler at DC too. DC might be able to hook us up. I need to call him back anyway.
So
But,
we're going to talk about it when Marty goes back to Tennessee. If they're still there, we may,
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah, we may see what we come up with. You don't
I
need the
didn't hear-
13, just okay.
I didn't hear great things about the old Kirk. I heard it was good, but not
Yeah.
blow your socks off.
Is it more purple top Willet? I mean, is that what you're hoping that you're getting out of it? Is that what you understand, or I don't remember if it was Ben or Shane that told us that's
Yeah, I
more
mean,
of-
it is. It's at least 6 and well, the age, there's an age statement on that bottle. It's 6+ years, I believe.
Yeah. I can't remember what it actually.
So Ben says, don't need the 13, just go with the 11 or 12. Okay,
That's okay. That's what
I'll
got.
look around.
Let's see here. Single barrel, 6 year, 9 months is what
Yeah,
these
that's
are.
what I thought.
So
But I've never had a Willet or any of their products unless it was in something else that I didn't
you don't
know.
want the pot still, I'll tell you that.
No, the bottles are kind of cool, but
Yeah, he's doing it. I think I talked to him on the phone being late last week, and he told me he still had some, and they hoped to be able to get the spots, and shouldn't be any treatment this time, but he just had a rough go before, so
yeah, we are pretty close, Ben. One of these days, buddy. We're gonna.
yeah, that's where he's at, and so good things coming. That's good from Thomas, but. All right, man. I think it's time. If you're ready, let's get into this Broken Barrel.
I'm ready. I've had it in the glass now for about 2 hours. Just came in the mail today, or hand delivered, I should say, right around 1 or 2 o'clock.
So this is the Broken Barrel Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey, and just to let you know, there's 2 mash bills. There's the actual mash bill that is 95 rye, 5 malted barley. Then their oak bill, if you don't know, is where they literally take a sledgehammer and bust the shit out of old barrels, but they go ahead and dump these into metal vats, and then they throw the staves into them as they bust them up. These have 40% ex-bourbon, 40% new French oak, and 20% sherry cask. And what the bottles that we were talking about them last night, that mash bill or oak bill, that is all the same on all 3
On
that
the
we
bourbon
have.
and the rye.
Yeah. So they keep it pretty stationed across the board.
And I've seen this bottle as low as $28.
Yeah.
She's minty.
A little bit. But it doesn't knock you down.
No.
Hey, Ben Demon Hunter.
What's up, Ben?
Yeah, man. It depends on the price, Ben,
And
to be honest.
If you'd have told me, 95 rye, 5 barley, I'd never guess that on this.
I'm telling you, this one you could sneak by somebody.
Yep.
I really believe you could. There's that minty note turns a little bit of a honey molasses.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Big
really
little-
have any like bad tannins, I don't think, in it from that
Little
busted
black
up
tea,
wood.
baby.
I think you get the
No.
sherry note.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Well, there's the word. See, that's all I need to know.
Yeah. That and Ben.
Greg
We're on it.
Greg likes it. I'm in. I'll tell you what, if you put that in for other than that mint that's coming off the nose, I would never guess this is a rye on the nose.
Mm-mm. I told you, man,
Maybe
this will fool you.
All right, I'm going in.
All right. Cheers, man. Now that hit as a rye for me, that first drink.
Yeah, there's definitely some rye spice there now. And I'll tell you what, the nose too, that 105 wasn't pushing through on the nose either. What, not a whole lot of ethanol on it. Of course, it's been sitting a while too.
I'm telling you, this is right now, like we said in our segment, bottle of the week and month. This is one of the two for me.
And for the money, again, something you're not worried about sitting down and having a few or sharing it with somebody or, bottle killing it because there's more.
There's a chocolate finish now a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
I get a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of maybe Heath bar or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm into the candy bar things now, but that's what
it's because we're fat and this is what we do.
Man, I like candy bars.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'm starving.
That's right. Get out of my way. I'm telling you, I don't want to talk you into nothing. You already know how I feel about it, but I want you to do your honest.
I think the youth does push through a little bit on the palate, on the side of the tongue, in the jaw a little bit, but again, as low as $28 up into the low 30s. It has a shit ton of flavor. A little orange sickle on there, maybe. I'll be honest. I don't know that I'm not getting any of the sherry that I could tell. Now I'm getting it on the nose a little bit.
I think that sherry on the finish is where the chocolate comes in now. I think it's kind of turned into that chocolate.
Man, I'd like to see this at 4 or 6 years, but again, for the money.
Yeah. I think it's really good. Hey, Sean, man, good to see you, brother.
What's up? I'll tell you what. Like I said, that ethanol was there on the late to mid palate, late mid palate to the finish, but then it does come back in. Like I said, with a little bit of chocolate. I'm getting that little bit of Heath chocolate toffee. And the rye spice is there, but I think it's getting a little overpowered by the youth, maybe. What do you think about that?
I think the youth shines through, but I think the finish, the long finish, makes up for it.
Yeah, because it actually comes back in.
Yeah.
It comes back in, maybe a little tobacco.
Yeah, it does. Just a shade. Hey, Katie. Good to see you. But yeah, it's there's Baller. Sorry, buddy, didn't mean to miss you. Keith J from MA, good to see you, my man.
Thank you all so much for coming to see us tonight. Really appreciate it. We've been collabing all week, and I've been working hard trying to put some stuff together. And this is really the first time that I've ever done something like this, other than speaking at work and things like that. So this is all new to me, and just a shout out to Marty. And thank you so much, Marty, for, giving me this opportunity. It's something that I've been on the fence with for a long time. And I never really knew what went into doing something like this. I mean, I'm sure for some folks it's, second nature, but I never knew there was programs and thumbnails and this and that. And
well, I felt sorry for you that last time I had you on a live and you took off running and put on a funny helmet and started running in circles.
Right.
I was like, I think I need to have this guy on and calm him down a little bit or something.
My wife chained me to the garage door.
Yeah. And she kept bringing it up and down.
Right. It's not cool. It's not cool at all.
She thought she was funny, but she wasn't.
So I told her I was doing this, and she said, "Do whatever you want when I'm at work." I'm like, "Whatever I want?" She said,
"Yep,
you know what I mean."
That's
Gave
right.
me the look, the stink eye.
That's right,
but,
man. But
so I don't know. Do you think this compares to any ryes that I know you've been on a big rye kick lately?
No, and I'll tell you why. And I think this is why I keep going back to it. It's unique because it's got the broken staves and it's 2 years old.
Yeah.
So it's light. I think the finish has the oil. I think the finish has a little bit of weight. I think that sherry turns it into a chocolate bar, which is very unique for it to be so young. And it doesn't have but 20% sherry oak in it. So, in sherry cask, sorry.
Have you tried it with water?
I think I did outside one night, and I thought it brought the sherry chocolate finish down, and I didn't want to do that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I wanted to
Give
keep it where it
Give it a
was.
little flag. With all that youth, I doubt that water's going to do it any favors, but I'm going to try.
Yeah.
But again, $28 up to maybe $32, 34, 35 out the door with tax. Let's see.
Hey man, I got these. They plug in the computer. They're $29 Top Dog on Amazon.
Yeah, Top Dog. I'm using, what are they called? I don't know. Anyway, this wireless thing I got going here was, I think they were $29 at Best Buy, and it seems to be working well. Although when I was on Wi-Fi, it seemed to be giving my Wi-Fi issues, so I had to put a network cable in.
So something I want to throw up here, guys. I want to show you. Y'all let us know what you think. We're not doing Patreon or anything like that for a long time, long time. Not asking anybody for money, nothing like that. But we thought we wanted a T-shirt to wear for MC Squared Whiskey, so we went ahead and did some shirts. So if you want to get over and look at them, let us know what you think. We think they're pretty damn cool. So let us know if you see anything you wanted to add to them. We're all open for ideas because we're about as creative as a squirrel in a wool sock. So
yeah. And the same thing with our newly hatched channel here, guys. If you get an idea or something you want to see, or maybe even be a part of it, we're open to that sort of thing. Marty and I have a few ideas, and we're gonna kick them around and
a segment at us. We can make it weekly, monthly, or something. What's what we want to do? We want to give you what you don't have somewhere else.
Right.
So there's a whole lot of sexy right off a shot, so that you don't have that a lot. So there's a win right there.
Right. I mean, that ought to get us 4 or 5 subs right off the bat.
Yeah, I think it did. I think it should be down below, Ben. I think it's down in the description, if that's what you're talking about, or you're talking to James probably. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, let us know. But I like this. I like this drink, Rob. I really do. I know it's young, but I think the nose is unique. And when this one's gone, I'm just on my 2 cents. We're 48 minutes in. I don't want to keep everybody all night, but like I said, I'll buy another one. So disagree with me, smack me in the face, tell me what you think. You just opened it.
Yeah, I just opened it, so I don't even have it past the shoulder yet. And
hang on.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, it's just right in it.
But I think it's a buy. I mean, can't go wrong at that price. Is it something that I'm going to sip on a special occasion or something like that? No, but in every day I'm in the mood for a rye. Sure. And again, I can't believe this is 95 rye.
I know. I'm taking
and again, a rye doesn't have to age as long either, but it's now the water flattened that palate out pretty good.
It killed the finish, didn't it? A little bit.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's nothing wrong with that, especially on a minty high-end rye. Bring it down a notch. But,
yeah.
So I won't put you on the spot with this one. I won't ask you, hey man, are you going to buy it again? Because this is your first taste. You need to get down to it. Because my big ass is,
yeah. You're all up in it.
I'm telling you, dude.
No, I think it's a buy. I think it's a recommend.
I think Broken Barrel's done a good job with everything I've had. I think the 95 was a little light for me. I think it had some off notes to it a little bit. That's right. You damn right.
Daniel got the leggings, baby.
You got that.
Well, you make sure you get us a picture of that.
That's right. Yeah, man. Thanks, Ben. We did. It's been over a month. Hell no, it's been longer than that, Rob, hadn't it?
Yeah, we've been talking about it a good 6 weeks, and just
Yeah.
I probably got to work about 3 weeks ago, and then this last week, we've really got at it. We've probably talked so much we're sick of each other. Well, it's easy to get sick of me, so that's why we're trying to limit the time.
So all the other MCs out there, just shoot me an email, whiskeynose21@gmail.com. We'll get rid of this clown. Bring somebody else in.
Right, right. I'm expendable.
No, I'm
But like I
kidding. I've
said,
been wanting
guys,
to do this for a long, long time.
right, and bear
Yeah.
with us. We're gonna try to just grow a little bit and evolve as we go, and get some different things going.
Yeah. So Daniel H. Rob, I'll send y'all.
But make sure you're looking back though.
Yeah. Make sure you got that in the correct spot for sure.
Call me Dragon.
That's right. You're not going to get Randy Jackson's autograph. That's just the way it is. But we may just throw a little spoiler alert. We may have DC work on a few shirts too. So we were talking and chatting with him a little bit yesterday. So there's some good stuff coming, I think. Yeah, I mean, when you got two idiots with the IQs that we have, it's not hard,
Right.
But
Right.
well,
Marty, what do you think, buddy?
I think a lot. I think I really like this bottle. And I know that's not really what you're asking, but I think I recommend it. I'm just going to throw it out there. I like it. I think for the money, it'll surprise you. Like I said, I don't think the rye will knock your socks off. It's 105 proof.
Do you want to put it up against something real quick, or do you want to wrap it up?
Hell, I don't know what. I mean, I'd like to, but I mean, you got any ideas? I mean, at that.
Well,
proof,
as a matter of fact, I do.
Oh hell, I don't have that one.
No,
unfortunately.
I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. Let's find out.
Well, I'll let you do it. You do it. Yes, Ben Demon Hutter, McLeod, and McCorkle.
You got it.
That's exactly what that is.
So that's rye right off the nose, right off the bat.
What's the proof on it?
104.
Okay. Damn, you were ready. You knew. Yeah. You knew.
This smells like. This smells like Maker's 46, like a weeder, the Broken Barrel.
Oh,
this, as soon as it gets to your nose, you get all the rye.
Dude, that might be where. Yeah, throw this in a weeder flight, and see. I owe Todd and Amy Bone and Andy a blind. This may just be thrown in there to see how bad I can rock the world. What do you think?
I think it hangs with it. I mean, the Russell's is an obvious rye, but
are the noses even remotely similar? Because I bet they're not. Because of these sherry staves. Yeah, I think these sherry staves kind of kick it.
I've put the 115, the bourbon, up against the FAEs, and the FAEs crush them.
Yeah.
Crushes that bottle. But again, if you're just drinking that, it's perfectly fine and enjoyable. But no, even the nose on this isn't rye to me at all. Even the palate, for that matter. I mean, I get a little rye spice on it, but
see, that's where I think it's quick and it turns into that chocolate.
Yeah.
I know that's a sherry, but
I'll be honest. What's Russell's Reserve? $40?
Yeah. The rye.
Yeah, the single barrel.
Good to see you, buddy. thanks for all your support, man. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah,
And now
I mean,
now.
you're getting the classic rye off of the Russells, but again, $28, $40, maybe $38 for that Russells. It hangs. It's okay.
Daniel H, thank
like
you, buddy. I got your message. We appreciate it, man. I do. I like it. I think it's surprising. That's what I'm saying. I just couldn't wait to get it in your hands because I've had this one for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I was standing there looking at it in Maryland, a month and a half ago. I said, "Hey, do you want this?" And you're like, nah. So I left it. I left it there.
Of course. And leave it to me to leave something good on the shelf.
And then here we are. But
I think it's okay. So I think it's a keeper for me. And you don't have to answer that because I know you're just cracked the seal tonight, but I think you can agree that it's unique.
Yeah. I mean, first impressions of it, just like the 115, liked it. I like this rye. So yeah, I mean, at this point, maybe we'll come back to it. Maybe when I'm down halfway.
Yeah.
See where I'm at then. But yeah, again, for the money, I think it's a buy.
I think so too. I think and we can always do another episode with the 115 that's back here.
Mm-hmm.
We love it. You've probably already heard me and Rob talk about it. We shared that with a bunch of people that were brand new to whiskey, and they loved it. Back in, when was that? May, I guess. We got together.
Yeah, when did we
in Charlotte?
When did we go to? Yeah.
Yeah, we killed that, and we killed that Lecheg. Was it the 10-year?
The 10-year.
Yeah, we got some people in on some good stuff real quick.
Yeah, they didn't like my Scotch. I was glad.
Yeah, no. Hell, that one guy poured some of Rob's. I'll tell which one was it in the canister. That
was John Milroy.
That special distillery.
It was the Edredor.
Yeah, and he poured it, and he nosed it, and he took a taste. He goes, no, and he was about to pour it out. Me and Rob were like, "Here, jackass, we don't know you, but we're going to finish it."
Right. I know we're in the middle of a pandemic, but I'll drink off of you, stranger.
Yeah, you're not ditching this right now.
I was hammered drunk by that time. Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, that's something, we're coming up on an hour, so
yep.
we won't bore you all much longer. But just a couple things real quick about the channel. It'll be me and Rob. Like you see, we'll have guests every now and then. Basically, we will maybe at some point start doing some, cool little bottle giveaways. We'll see where that takes us. We want to be able to give back and give you stuff that you want and be part of the community like everybody else is. And if you have a segment that you think would be cool that you'd like to see us do other than just hit the end button, email me at whiskeynose21@gmail.com and I'll get that and me and Rob will break it down and maybe add it to the show. We're going to try to go as consecutively on Tuesdays as we can, but life happens. I would like to sit here and tell you we will be here next Tuesday, but I may be moving at that point. But we will do our best to try to have a thumbnail or a link put up by Sunday evening because we should have a pretty good idea. And if I can't go, maybe Rob can and vice versa. We want to have people, on those nights on. Greg McDonald, the MC himself, we hope will join us some. Stuff like that. So if you think of bottles or anything that you want us to try, let us know. What am I missing?
Once Marty gets settled, we're going to try to do some virtual pubs from here to there. Where we were thinking maybe a little earlier on a Sunday, East Coast, some day drinking with the two MCs, something like that. We're going to try to keep this channel just limited to what we're doing. So again, if you guys want to see something as far as content goes, let us know. We'll be happy to try to put something together. And we definitely want all of you to be a part of that. And once again, Marty gets settled, we'll try to do some lives and bring everybody else on. Hey, Sierra, thank you so much for showing up. Anyway, I'm kidding. But
You
anyway,
are top
everybody,
dog.
thank you all so much for coming to see us today and joining in
Yeah.
and chat and being a part of this. I really appreciate it. I know Marty does, and
Yeah.
we're looking forward to good things in the future.
Yeah. So in a year from now, we'll go back and watch these videos and see how bad we really are. But then we'll
Right.
see how great we have become because of all of you all. So it's going to be a fun ride. And like I said, we're just getting the ball going, rolling, whatever. And but guys, check out that merch link. Just let us know what you think. If you see something that you want me to add or like that, just let us know. And right now, that's all we're doing for our channel. That's basically until we feel like we want to do a cool bottle giveaway or something. But anyway, Rob, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, if you're on the Scotch side of the fence, make sure you go over and see Malt Muser. Is Scott not going tonight?
No, Scott's off. Hawk is not going. He had a big birthday week, so
And
21090 goes at 9.
21090's going at 9. So make sure you guys go over there and see those.
Yeah.
Great channels, and we'll see you soon. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you hopefully next Tuesday, if not the next. But thanks, guys. Love you all.